Hello from the other side of the Atlantic. We're in a kind of a twilight zone after the months of lockdown. Um, the pandemic obviously continues, and I know you're having it hard in New York. So I just want to take this opportunity to send my warm wishes and solidarity to all of the community around the Irish Arts Centre in Manhattan. And the centre have been in touch to ask if I would introduce a poem that I read when I visited PoetryFest. So I've chosen to introduce the poem Asylum. And I remember when I read it, it seemed topical then because of all the great migrations that were taking place around the world. But it occurs to me that that resonance continues because these desperate journeys continue, as we're seeing here in Europe, even with the added dangers of the pandemic. So the poem is called Asylum, and it's based on a little scene from the life of Saint Columba. And Saint Columba was the patron saint of Derry, my hometown, and he lived in exile on the Scottish island of Iona. And in this little scene from his life, he prophesies the arrival of a heron on the island, and he gives his followers detailed instructions as to how this visitor should be treated. Asylum. Should a guest blow in from the north of Ireland, buffeted by the wind? Should the shadow of a cross, afloat on the water, mirror the flight of a pilgrim guest, pitching an effortful course through the buffeting gusts this far from the north of Ireland? Should the pilgrim guest, whittled with hunger, depleted in reserves, lose altitude and collapse on the stones of your own small island, beaten and worn, stagger on the shingle, dragging magnificent wings like a cape, like an airman trailing his billowing silks? You must lift this creature and carry it, gathered in your arms, over the field to the bothy, and there attend to its invalid needs for 3 consecutive days and nights, during which time it may huddle in a corner, throat retracted into its ruff, stern as a cleric, gimlet-eyed, yet gulping the silver herrings you proffer like pills, gaining strength, getting well, till you walk with it back to the narrow beach on day 4, watch it take a run and lift with the gawkiest of takeoffs, creaking beats of its great span, neck and bill extended like an arrow, pointing the route to my old homeland, which is why I am so solicitous of your kindness. Ruling a line straight south to Malin Head and home, the sweet district of Ireland.